Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be going over the best heroes for Tactical Arena, namely for Season 2 of Resident Evil Survival Unit. Now, some of you new players might not have these characters like Billy, Rebecca, and Chris. That is because you guys are still in Season 1. You must make sure that your Chronicle is finished before you guys get those characters. So if you guys want to check out the video for Season 1's best characters, I'll be leaving a link to that video in the description below. So with that out of the way, as you can see, we have our Season 2 characters in here. You can see my lineup is Billy, Jill, Rebecca, Chris, and Leon. But that doesn't mean that they are the best. Again, I was just testing things out just to see how things go. As you can see here, even the #1 player on our server still uses Ada and Carlos on their lineup. So we're going to go over the frontline and backline about which characters are best for each. So let us go over and check out those heroes. Alright, so here we have Leon. He is a defender class. Defender classes are best in the front line as they have the most health and defenses. So that is why they need to be up front, guys. Having rangers or attackers up front, they will be annihilated quickly. But these guys have higher defenses, as I said, and they also have great skills for them. So as you can see here, Leon has his rocket launcher. It deals a lot of damage and also stuns. He also has his spin kick, which if anyone does get close to him, he will kick them back and stun them as well. And then he has his piercing shot ability, where he does a great amount of damage and also stuns again. So as you can see, he has a pattern. Now, another thing with legendary characters is they also have abilities on their gear. So on Leon's gear, as you can see here on his Lightning Hawk, he has the reinforced battlesuit skill, as he can reduce damage from enemies, which is fantastic for Leon, making him a great tank in the front line. Another great tank, especially for you free-to-plays, is Marvin. Now with his barrier skill, he can put a barrier out in the field, and what it does is distract other heroes on the enemy team to destroy that barrier. He's able to survive and keep other heroes alive because of that. He also has this leg shot, which will reduce the movement speed of anyone coming your way. Now, there's not a lot of heroes that run toward your or the enemy or you guys, so this is not of much use. But he also has this pushback ability as well, so anyone who does get close, he will push them back, making him a great hero for the front line. Next we have Chris. He is one of our newest heroes as he joined in on Season 2. He is amazing as all his skills do amazing damage. So this ability, Acid Rounds, reduces the defense of anyone he hits with that ability, which is going to be great for taking down enemies quickly. He also has the assault shotgun, which just does an amazing amount of damage to anyone who is in front of him. Now, his ability Taunt doesn't do very much, as this only works on infected and aberrations. However, he does have his legendary weapon skill. So on Chris's Samurai Edge, he has the ability Risk Management. When HP is under 30%, recovers 25% of HP, can only occur once per battle. Now guys, this is incredible. This is why he is a fantastic frontline, as if once he gets close to death, he will recover his health quickly. He is the only character who can do this, so he is imperative for your team. Another free-to-play tank would be Mark. Now he is legendary in this game, honestly, for his guard skill, as he can reduce at max level, reduce 80% of damage incoming. Guys, can you believe that? 80%. That he can survive even Jill's lasers. So if you guys want to build Mark out, make sure to level up this skill. But he also has the skill suppress, so anyone who does get close to them, he does hit them and stuns them for 2 seconds, as well as his catch breath. Now this one doesn't matter too much, as he can only heal himself when he's not getting shot for 3 seconds, but if he's going to be in the front line, it doesn't matter. He's going to be shot up no matter what. Now we're going to be talking about our backline heroes, and you're probably wondering, Valken, Carlos is a defender class. Why would he be in the back? Well, viewer, it is because Carlos is best in the backline because of his skill, Bulletproof Vest. If Carlos takes no damage for 3 seconds, he gains a shield. So, if you're in the front line with Carlos, he's never going to get his shield because he's going to be shot immediately by the opposing team. But by him being in the back line, he can regain his shield. So you can put him right in the middle placement in the back, and he will run toward the front, and by the time he is there, he will have his shield. But he also has that ability, Enhanced Grenade, which does a pretty good amount of damage and comes out pretty frequently. And he has the Enhanced Ammo, which can increase his attack. So that is great for him, but he also has his special gear. So as you can see on his rifle, he can increase his own defense, making sure that Carlos stays alive longer, and also increases the defense of his shield as well, making him a fantastic unit for your defenders. Alright, now on to the backline. As you can see, we have Jill. She is fantastic. I'm sure many players know about Jill and her railgun. This thing is powerful, guys. It can take out anyone in a straight line pretty much immediately. This erases people's health bars instantly. And if not instantly, then super close, where just a few more shots will kill. But she also has her ability, Grenade Launcher, where anyone getting hit, they will be set on fire. So she has damage over time, dealing even more damage just in case that railgun misses. Then she also has the ability Delta Force, increases the attack of all allies by 10%. So anyone who's around her will get a buff just by being around Jill. And then again, being a legendary hero, she does have legendary gear. Alright, so Jill's Grenade Launcher gives her the ability Modified Cylinder. Jill deals an increased amount of damage to enemies. Of course, that is at level 1, but it does increase once you guys level up the ability more. This goes for all the other legendaries as well. As long as you guys keep leveling up these gear, they will be leveling up the abilities on them. Next, we have the best free-to-play ranger in the game, as Barry deals massive damage to your enemies, firing 6 shots that can pretty much take down almost anyone's health bar. But he also has abilities like Speed Loader, which increases his attack speed, and Battle Veteran, which can increase the normal attack damage. Again, Barry is fantastic, and he is, again, the best free-to-play character. If you guys don't have him maxed out by now, what are you guys doing? Next, we have Billy Cohen, another new unit for the game. He is also a ranger, just like Jill and Barry, but he is pretty much a Barry 2.0. He is the legendary version of Barry, practically, as he has another 6-shot ability. However, this works on not just one hero, but multiple. If you have multiple heroes in front of you, he can damage all of them, and they don't even have to be in a straight line, just like Jill's. So technically, if the circumstances are right, he can defeat more like 3 heroes at one time, making him valuable for your tactical arena team. But he also has the hollow point bullets, which can do massive damage and stuns characters. Now, I don't know if I talked about this before, but stunning is very important for your heroes. As long as the opposing team does not do any of their skills, then they won't do damage. It's as easy as that. But he also has the critical shot ability, which can increase the damage on anyone once he hits a critical hit. Now he can do a massive amount of damage. It could potentially be a one-shot kill with this thing, depending on how high the level of the skill is, and if he can hit that critical skill in the first place. Next we have Mikhail Victor. Now he is amazing, nor for support reasons. He does have his explosive barrel, as that does a moderate amount of damage, but he is most known for his courageous encouragement. Frontline heroes have their attack speed increased and defense increased, so he will help out anyone in the front line. Your Leon, your Chris, those guys in the front will be buffed. But he also has this ability, Last Stand. He will stay alive much longer because of this skill. He increases his attack speed the more his HP is down, which means if he's very close to death, he will do so much damage in a short amount of time. Next we have Claire for her attacker class. Now this minigun, I'm sure many people are also accustomed to it. This thing can erase whole health bars. As long as she stays locked on and nobody moves, you guys are dead. So make sure you guys level this ability up all the way to ensure the maximum damage. She also has the spark shot. Again, stuns and does explosive damage after the stun. So anyone around the person affected will also be damaged. But that stun is very important. She can stun for 3 seconds, which is an incredible amount of time. A lot can happen in 3 seconds. She also has the ability Focused Fire, which can increase her attack over time. So again, another fantastic ability. She also has her exclusive weapon, which increases her damage by a certain amount. So at level 1 it's 5%. I also forgot to bring up that Billy also has this ability, but so do most legendaries have this ability where they just increase their damage. So it's nothing too special. Alright, and we finally have our last new hero. As you can see, Rebecca Chambers is finally in the game, and so far our only healer. You can see she has her first aid spray where she heals a single ally. She also has her herbal mix where she can heal the entire team every 12 seconds. She also does a good amount of damage with her Molotov cocktail. She throws it on the ground and it does an area of effect, so anyone in the fire will have their health taken bit by bit, making her an amazing support character in the back. And with her Samurai Edge, she gets the ability Drug Mixing Kit, which can increase the healing of her skills, making her an incredible unit for healing and making sure your team stays alive. Alright, with Murphy being one of the only 2 rare characters in the game, he is also incredible for Tactical Arena. He does have his God of Shooting, where he does do a fan-shaped attack, dealing damage to multiple heroes. Might not do a lot, but it does hit multiple. He also has his headshot damage, which does stun characters for 2 seconds, making him fantastic for every 12 seconds. And then he also has his ability Snipe, which can deal damage to enemy heroes and ignores their defenses. So characters like Leon, Mark, Chris, with their high defenses, he ignores them. So he can deal a good amount of damage to those heroes. Alright, here we have Becca. She is what I call a mini Claire, as her storm ammo does a crazy barrage toward all heroes on the opposing team. It does a good amount of damage, nothing too crazy, but it does damage them all. She also has the ability firing stance, which can increase her attack speed. This is amazing for her DPS because she has the bullseye ability as well. A normal attack has a 30% chance to trigger a critical hit. Again, the faster she's shooting, the more chance she has to trigger a critical hit, making her a fantastic unit for the back line. And finally, for our supports, I just want to talk about Catherine. Now, her other abilities like Flamethrower does do a good amount of damage to anyone in the front line, maybe even the back line, depending if she walks forward or not. She can do damage over time, and also has this to increase her normal attack damage. But what's most important for her kit is going to be the cheer ability. Increases the defense of all allied units. Remember that, all, and at max level that's 66%. Guys, she will help the frontline and backline heroes, including herself, stay alive much longer by increasing the defenses of everyone. Alright, so after talking about all of those heroes, now what do we do? How do we put them in the squad? So we're going to be going over the different positions and different teams we can have our heroes in. Alright, so here we have our, what I call, free-to-play team. As you can see, we have Mark and Marvin in the front line, with Barry, Catherine, and Claire in the back. But many of these characters are interchangeable. As you can see, you can trade out Barry for Murphy, Catherine for Mikhail, and Becca for Claire, as those three are very interchangeable and pretty much do the same amount of things. Now again, you want Mark and Marvin up front, but we can interchange those guys as well. If you guys are lucky enough to place in the Aces Proof event and have spun a good amount of times in the Try Your Luck wheel, you guys can put Leon and Chris in your front line. They are amazing. Again, I've talked about it before. With Leon's stunning and with Chris's survivability, they are fantastic for the front line. With this team, we have all three new heroes, Chris, Billy, and Rebecca, with Carlos in the back, as he can run toward the front and get his shield back fast, having Billy do massive amounts of damage in the back line, and have Rebecca healing everybody in the front line. You can also put all of your high ranking rangers in the back with Jill, Barry, and Billy, as they can deal massive amounts of damage in a short amount of time. This is one of the best lineups, as the two front tanks with Mark and Leon, they can survive long enough for the back line to deal massive amounts of damage in quick succession. And last but not least, this is what I call my lineup, the pay to win lineup. As you can see, we have all of these legendary heroes together. Now, they all deal great amount of damage, as well as healing with Rebecca, and lots of survivability with both Leon and Chris. This might be the meta, guys. I have no clue what else anyone else is running. I don't know if this has been countered yet, but so far, this team has carried me throughout the rankings and helped me so much in getting further to the top. Again, with Leon and Chris being in front, there is no stopping those two. Alright, so those are the best heroes for Tactical Arena, at least from my knowledge. I've been playing this game since the initial release, so if you guys have any qualms or you guys agree with me, let me know in the comments below and tell me who you use for your Tactical Arena team. I'd like to thank you guys all for watching. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and hit those post notifications for future videos, as well as entering the code into the creator code input. By entering the code in the bottom right, you too can support this channel and help us make more videos for you guys. More information goes out, more entertainment for you. So make sure to input that code and help us grow. Again, I'd like to thank you all for watching and hope to see you in the next video.